before Christmas. And I mean, that's hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of stuff that they've received, plus food. And then they were on asking for donations for a tyre, because apparently they had a flat tyre. Now, bless the lovely Sammy, who we've got in the box here, wasn't aware of what they were like. She wasn't aware of our pages. And she did donate. Now, even though she has asked for the money back almost straight away, they have refused. They did go on to continue asking for money, claiming that no, they didn't get the money off her, she wanted it back. They never gave it back. So Sammy does want to have her say, so she's in the box. Lovely Sammy, welcome. Got to feel like I'm on the radio. Doing an interview.
It is, isn't it?
It is, it's all a bit strange. What I'll do, I'll leave you to have your say, if you want to tell your story, sweetheart, and what you've been dealing with.
So
we'll keep quiet and let you have your go.
I was just scrolling TikTok last night, as you do, and her live popped up. Never seen it before. So I watched for a little bit, and I was like, oh. And then I saw that somebody donated a penny, and I was like, oh, that's a bit harsh. Not knowing, obviously, what I know now. And yeah, I don't know why, but I myself, I've got 2 little kids, have been in the position before where I have had a flat tyre, I have been stranded with my kids, and I've not been able to get any help. So it was kind of, it makes me cry. I don't want to cry, I sound like a right knob. Yeah, so I've been in that position, so I thought, do you know what? As I've got it, why not? And yeah, so I see that they obviously had a PayPal, but I don't have PayPal. And so I said, can you message me your bank details and I'll just do a bank transfer? Stupid, I know. So the other half, I can't remember his name.
Jareth,
yeah.
Yeah.
He messaged me and was like, oh, it's Wendy's partner, here's the bank details, blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, are you gonna pay me back? And he was like, yeah, of course. So I sent it. I told him that I sent it. And then within literally a couple of seconds, they come off the live. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe they're sorting the tyre. How naive of me. I'd told my other half like what I'd done, because I felt instantly after, something's wrong. So I thought I got to tell him what I've done. And he obviously was like really cross, like, how could you be so silly? Like, why have you done that? I tried to explain that I was just trying to help. Like, I've been in that position myself. I hate the idea of anyone being stranded with their children. I know how hard it is at the minute. And he was like, no, message them now and get your money back. So I messaged him and I said, look, can you send me my money back? My other half's like going, like, he's not happy. And he went, oh, we've already bought the tyre, so there's not much we can do about it. So, and then my other half was like, yeah, right, okay, believe that when I see it. And then, yeah, so I left it for about an hour because we were watching a film, come back on, and she was still on live. So I clicked on her live, and I think she'd seen my name pop up that I joined the live. And as soon as I joined it, she blocked me. So I was like, right, clearly you've got something to hide, like, because what is this about? And yeah, I messaged him. I was like, why have I been blocked? Like, I've literally just sent you money and you just blocked me. And he was like, oh, that must have been one of the mods. I'm like, well, how could it be one of the mods when they don't know that I've sent you the money? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And then I just got ignored, completely ignored. So I struggle with anxiety as it is. So last night I just could not sleep. I was just tossing and turning, could not sleep. So I woke up 2:00 in the morning. I called the bank and explained what had happened. I said, look, yes, I did do a bank transfer. I was under the impression it was for a tyre. Clearly it's not, because they're back on here now begging for more things. What can I do about it? So they've obviously logged logged it and they're going to investigate it, praying that I'll get that money back, but I'm not holding out for much hope. But this morning I then messaged him and was like, right, I want proof that you've bought this tyre. And he was like, oh, well, I can't send pictures on here, so I'll do a live later and show you the proof. So I was like, right, okay, I'll give you, I can't read the comments. I'll give you a couple of hours to send me the proof and we'll go from there. Didn't get anything. And then I clicked on his live and I thought, how is he sat there like laughing and giggling and stuff? And I put in the comments, I was like, so where's the proof then? And he was like, he didn't say anything. He completely ignored it and sat there laughing and joking like nothing had happened. And then earlier, literally a couple of hours ago, he was on live again and I commented saying, well, I caught the end of it and they said that, what did he say? Something about he's apparently spoken to the bank and because I did a bank transfer and asked him his bank details, they're not going to do anything about it, and was just laughing about it.
Yeah, that's a load of rubbish. It's something that they do like to do. They will claim, oh, I've spoken to this person and I've spoken to that person, and oh, they're saying it's a load of rubbish. It's to try and put you off from reporting them and getting your money back. Because they're trying to make you think like they're one step ahead of you, and it is rubbish. It's absolute crap.
Do you know what? I just thought, do you know what, actually, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? Like, how dare you? You've taken food out of my children's mouth because I was trying to help you. So I called, I did action fraud. I reported it to action fraud, which I linked to the police. And I also did a report to my local police, who sent it straight to Devon and Cornwall police. And I've been on the phone literally to Devon and Cornwall police all day today about it.
Oh, well done you. Well done you.
I've got like 3 crime numbers. I've got to wait 5 days for the bank to let me know whether they can send it me back. I'm not going to hold out much hope, but I just feel such an idiot.
You have done the right thing, though. Don't feel an idiot, really don't. I mean, as I say, you're not the first person this has happened to. There are, I mean, literally hundreds of people. I mean, there's a lovely Becky in the chat. I know you said you're not able to read it at the minute. I imagine you're very anxious and upset, and that's totally understandable, sweetheart. But yeah, as you can see there's Becky. Becky, excuse me, put my teeth in. Becky, they still owe Becky £1,400. So, she has been there. Don't ever feel stupid. Please don't ever feel stupid, because, like I say, they do play on your heartstrings. They know how to work people. They know what to say. And unless you've seen the awarenesses, if you're a nice person, you're going to do that. You're going to help. Yeah. It's just really difficult because obviously we try and get in and let people know, but if we make any comments in the lives, we're instantly blocked. So it's really, really hard to get to people before you understand they go that far.
Do you know what really got me actually earlier is the fact that when I was commenting on his live, she was in the background shouting, oh, just block her, just block her. And I thought,
that's what she will do all the time.
Yeah, that's their favourite move, is just to block. If anyone disagrees with them, we'll stand in front of them and go, hang on a minute, that's not true, or I don't agree with that. That's all they'll do, they'll block. They just block. And it's absolutely ridiculous. There you go. Becky was blocked for asking for £10 back.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and now
it's
I've literally
horrendous.
spent the day, obviously, looking them up and looking at all the stuff they're doing. Just makes my heart sink. And I did inform the police. I said, look, there are numbers of pages and stuff like about these people. Like, they do this a lot. Like, I'm not the first person, and I'm sure I won't be the last. I said, I'm not sure if there's been reports made before. I'm hoping there has been, but if not, I'm the first one. So if it has happened to anyone, do report it, because obviously the more people that report it, they'll do something about it.
This is the point. Lots of people reported it. So they're building a case and they will get their comeuppance one day soon.
I hope so.
What makes me laugh, obviously, Jareth had his PayPal suspended before Christmas so that they couldn't receive payments. Wendy has had hers done recently. Now, on their live, she was getting quite arsey. I thought it was quite funny. Blaming the haters. Oh, you've got my PayPal banned. We've not done that. It is actually impossible for us to get
No,
their PayPal banned,
no.
which tells me they're being investigated. If you Google it, DWP, if they believe you are committing benefit fraud, can freeze your PayPal accounts to stop you receiving any more money. So if both of their PayPal accounts are being frozen, look out, guys, you're being investigated. And I can guarantee you they're watching.
Yeah.
They'll be watching, and I hope they're nervous, because if DWP are already on them, and now you've got the police on them as well, they're not going to last much longer.
Because he was saying earlier on this live, he was saying that he's spoken to the bank, he sent proof that he apparently bought the tyre. So I said, so if you sent the proof to the bank, why can't you send the proof to me?
Yeah.
Because if you generally bought the tyre, I'd have been all right with it. Do you know what I mean? I'd have been like, okay, it is what it is. Probably shouldn't have done that anyway, but...
The thing is, his live this afternoon, one of the things they were claiming is they could not get home on that tyre. Now, the temporary tyre, you can only, they say don't do over 50 mile an hour. Now, you can do 50 mile an hour, quite respectfully, on the A38.
I've got the exact same car as them.
Yeah,
because they were like, I've got a Ford Cougar, and I was like, I've got a Ford Cougar. Trust me, I've had many miles out of my spare tyre.
Yeah, I know it's one of the thin temporary tyres you can't do over a certain speed, but you can do 50 on the motorway without it being dangerous. That's quite a respectable speed, especially with the weather we've been having lately. In fact, they would probably recommend you slow down to more like 50 when we've had this cold weather.
Yeah.
Claiming they were 40 miles away from home. No, they're not. Bodmin from where they were is only about 28 miles. Now, his live earlier, they were at home. They were home from his mum's.
You know what? I haven't seen obviously their house, but where he was sat on the sofa, I thought that doesn't look like where you were sat yesterday.
No, the strip light is in their living room.
Yeah. They're home
so
now,
we know
they're now also saying they're getting the tyre on Thursday.
And
but when they must have driven home on it.
When I asked her yesterday, I said literally it must have been within 15 minutes of after me sending it. I said, please, can you send it back, because like my other half is not happy. And she said, I've already bought the tyre. So have you bought the tyre, or is it going into the garage? Which one?
And what time of night was that?
That was about 10:15 last night.
Right, so they wouldn't have bought the tyre at that time of night.
You wouldn't have booked it into the garage. Like, yeah, I've sent you money, but I'm not thick. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm 32. I'm not silly. She says, after falling for a scam.
Yeah, no, but that doesn't make you silly. Like I said, it just makes you kind and genuine. But no, that's what the point I was trying to make, actually, is that was one of the biggest claims. We cannot go home because we cannot drive home on that tyre, but they're claiming the car is booked in to be fixed on Thursday, but now they're at home. These are the things they do, but they are so blatant that they won't care. They know that they've been caught out, but they don't care. They are so blatant,
well, I did send
rude
him,
and smug.
I sent him a message and I said, look, you've got a couple of hours to provide me the proof of this tyre, or I'm going to action fraud, I'm going to the police, and I will out you. Like, I'm not going to sit and hide about this. And he just replied and said, okay.
No, I'm, you are so incredible. Really proud of you.
No, thank you.
You really have done, to stand up to them and to make that police report. It's a brave thing to do, and you have got the support of everybody in this live. I can guarantee it. If you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here. The lovely Becky, obviously, she's going through the same thing with a lot more money, and I know that she would be more than willing to sit and speak to you. If you need any support. You're not on your own. You're really not.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, just to add to you, obviously, I know you've only just come across me. I personally know these guys.
Okay.
I am, their ex-landlord, where they were living. They moved out there just after last Christmas. They owed him £5,000. Now, he's a childhood friend of mine. I've known him since I was, 13. So obviously I followed along with him the issues he had with them as tenants, and I also went in and did the end of tenancy clean in their flat, which is what prompted me to make this page, because I was so disgusted with the way he was treated, with the way the property was treated, and I saw then what they were doing on TikTok, that I thought enough's enough. So it's not that I'm a complete stranger. I know them personally, and I know all about them. I know exactly where they are, and I know a lot of their details, and it has all been reported. They think that DWP, one of the things they keep saying is DWP are laughing it off, that it's stupid. They're certainly not laughing it off, I can guarantee you that.
They won't be when I'm finished.
No, the people I've spoken to are certainly not laughing. They're certainly not laughing. So,
and Universal Credit and all of that are doing all this random checks and stuff. They're going to be screwed. They're going to be screwed. Like, and I can't believe how they just have no empathy, no conscience. Like, I could never do that to somebody. Never. And happily go to bed and laugh in their face. Do you know what I mean?
They've got no shame whatsoever. I mean, Wendy has admitted that she has a gambling problem, and that's where this all stems from. All of their money.
I'd never seen that.
If you look online at Raise Awareness's pages, you'll see her attitude, the way she behaves. That's why, obviously, you didn't see it when you did it, but she's like it in a lot of her lives. Her attitude absolutely stinks, and the way she talks to people.
How old is she?
And people will still gift her even when she's talking like that. So you were obviously didn't see that, because I could see you're the kind of person that if you saw her with that attitude, you'd probably...
No way, I would never have done that.
Exactly.
I literally just like popped into the live, and I should have just looked into it a bit more. But if I'd seen anyone like that, no way, I would never... No, if I'd seen any of that, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have sent anyone money like that.
Well, if you look at some of the videos, and they are of her lives, you'll see.
Yeah, I've just followed you, so I'll have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Wendy Unfiltered, our
We
team.
work together.
We do. And we do our best to get the word out there. I am adding other people to the boxes, but just for a minute. I mean, Sammy's not staying for long. She just wants to have her say and go. And then obviously the boxes will then be open for other people who want to have their say. But just for a minute, guys, if I've added you to the box, just mute yourself for a minute just so that we can...
my other half has popped in here.
God bless.
He sent them messages, and he got blocked, and they reported his account, so he can't message anybody.
Sounds about right. Honestly. But no, you don't feel bad. Don't think you're stupid, sweetheart, because you're really not. You're just kind. The only thing I can suggest, and it's the same thing that I try and say to everybody, even the people that do seem 100% genuine, do a bit of research, type their name in the search bars, and not just TikTok, Facebook and Instagram anywhere, as well, if you've got it, because they will have a footprint. Wendy and Jareth are everywhere. They really are. And, you know, if people don't have any footprint and things like that, still be cautious. But to be honest, if it's a one-off, I don't see the issue. And if Wendy and Jareth had only done this once...
I've never sent anyone money, ever.
No.
I've never sent anyone money.
I have managed to intercept and stop them making a payment, or they've made a payment and I've spoke to them about how to get it back, and they've successfully got it back. So keep your chin up. I reckon you probably will get it back, because you acted very, very quickly. So don't worry too much.
Yeah, when I spoke to the people at the bank, they did say, look, because you've done this within a couple of hours, there's more hope of being able to get it back. I'm just going to think, I'm going to think it's gone, and then if I get it back, then it's a bonus, isn't it?
It's a bonus, yeah.
Like I say, it's a lesson learned, but... The last thing I want is you sat there constantly telling yourself, oh God, I'm stupid and ridiculous. Please don't do that to yourself. Please don't. Just keep saying, you know, I tried to do a nice thing and someone took advantage of it. They're the ones with the problem, not you, darling. I can guarantee you that. They really are. And, you know, the more we spread the word, the more we do this and let other people know your experiences and exactly what they're like once you have tried to be nice to them. Because it's not just about the fact you've given money, it's the way they've treated you afterwards. People need to know this.
I just couldn't believe how they instantly went off live and then blocked me, and I was just like, what? And it's instantly my heart just sunk. I couldn't even, honestly, I couldn't sleep last night. I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, bless you.
I've got a 2-year-old and
You're
an
right,
8-year-old.
Becky. She will have gained amazing friends from the experience. That is one positive. You will have so much support. You really will.
Yeah, no, bless you. Thank you, guys. I don't know what I would have done. I'd have been a bit lost if I didn't obviously join the group and look for you guys.
Oh, lovely.
Do you know another thing she does? She'll ask somebody to message her when they're offering to gift her. And they message her, they make the gift, and then because she's then got their messaging account, she'll message them a few weeks, maybe even a month or so later, and ask to lend money off them with another sob story. And people have then gone ahead to lend them money, which they've never got back.
Yeah.
And
So there's lots of ways to get money out of people.
I would never send money to anybody. I don't care if you told me the worst story in the world now, like, lesson learned. I would not be doing that. Luckily, I didn't give her, like, my mobile number. And she kept saying that apparently she sent the money back. Well, she didn't, because I never sent her my bank details.
Yeah. Little Chloe, you are more than welcome to join the box, darling. You be as nosy as you like. The more people that, work together with this, the better. So, you be as nosy as you want to be, darling. No, I wanted to give you your chance, Sammy, because obviously once you did discover my page and the amount of comments and explaining you were trying to do, I thought this is the easiest way for you to be able to have your say, get your word out, and hopefully feel a bit better. And I also know it would just show you how much support you will have from everybody here, because we are a really good group. As much as Wendy and Jareth like to try and make out we are haters, and we message people with loads of hate and have a go, and we're not.
No, I've not received any bad things from anybody.
No. We would never ever be hateful to people, and that is her way of trying to stop people from opening our messages. If we do try and contact them, we would never be hateful. So
No, we're supposed to be the haters.
Oh yes,
it's ridiculous.
Yes,
How old is she?
Oh, she was born in '86, so. My brain ain't working. I ain't even going to try doing that.
So she must be.
A cleaner, somebody called Jake Liam wants to join, says he used to work in a bank.
Okay, yeah, by all means.
I think.
Let's have a look. See, can you request, darling? Because he hasn't requested. Oh, yeah, there we go. Invited.
There we go.
Hello. Do you want me to mute or do you want me to...
Just for a second, if you wouldn't mind, just while we finish up with Sammy, that'd be great, and then we'll get to you, darling. Is there anything else you do want to say, Sammy, sweetheart?
No, that's all I've got to say. I'm going to have my dinner, and then I might pop on again in a bit if you're on.
Okie dokie. I mean, we'll go as long as it lasts. People keep saying how long are you on for? So, well, as long as it takes.
How long is a piece of string?
Exactly. I like to give other people their chance to jump in the box, give their experiences. It's not all me talking as much as, because I hate the sound of my own voice. It's awful. So, I just like to give people that chance. Hey, Billy. Rent a gob's in the room.
Hi, Billy.
So yeah, I appreciate you jumping in the box and letting everybody know what's going on, and we are all right behind you in this. So if you need any more evidence, you want any of the videos off my page or Wendy Unfiltered's page, anything like that,
I'll have a look, and then I'll let you know once I know anything.
Yeah, please, if you do. Yeah, we are an inbox away, so if you're ever starting to feel a bit down and doubting yourself again, drop us a message, sweetheart, and we will be here.
Oh, I will do. Thank you so much, guys.
Keep us updated how it goes.
I will do, yeah.
Everything.
I will do. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
Darling.
Bye.
Right, Jake Liam, what, have you got anything to add? You asked to come in the box.
Yeah, I'm just going to have something to eat, so I'm going to mute for a second and listen, and when done filtered, you can take over the hosting duties for the next 5 minutes.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Just ask questions. I'm here. I just want to stuff my face a minute. I'm a bit hungry.
No
one wants to hear me chewing. Right. Over to you, Jake, my love.
He's still muted at the moment.
Sorry, just give me 2 seconds, so I'm just going up the stairs.
Okay.
Not a problem, mate. Not a problem. Oh, it's all gone quiet.
I told you it would be if you leave me.
I'm not leaving you. I'm here. It's like I said, no one wants to hear me chewing, but I'm hungry. After like a week of not wanting to eat from the flu, I finally got my appetite back and I'm being a bit of a pig.
Hello, sorry about that.
No problem at all,
I
darling.
just dropped my dinner. Basically, yeah, so I don't know if it's like really relevant, but yeah, I used to work at a bank on the phones like 5 years ago, and I used to like process claims where like people would send money back. So was it a bank transfer or was it like a PayPal thing?
I believe it was a bank transfer, wasn't it, the cleaner?
Yes, it was, because their PayPal has been blocked from receiving any payments. It's been frozen, so it was a bank transfer.
Yeah, so I used to work at a bank, and they're a little bit more tricky to claim back because obviously it's not like through a company they can't contact. They contact the other bank, and then they investigate it. And because a lot of people send money and then they just like want it back because obviously it's just they've had an argument or they've fallen out with someone. So the person that's processing the claim would need to put like through, I don't know what bank it was. I always work for Lloyd's Bank. I don't know if it's, obviously I don't expect her to say, but they need to put the reason for like fraud or something. And it just depends. They have to like contact the other bank, then the other bank has to investigate, and then if they move the money out of the account or something, it's a little bit tricky for them to get it there.
Yeah, I mean, she's gone through action fraud as well as our bank and things like that. So hopefully she will get somewhere. And it was done within the hour of the money being sent. In fact, sooner than that. So
yeah, well, hopefully she gets it back. But yeah, they're really tricky to. I don't know. It might have changed since 5 years ago. But yeah, they're quite tricky to get back, unfortunately. But I hope she gets it back.
It does happen though, because I personally have helped people get their it back by a bank transfer that have donated to Wendy on here.
Okay, yeah, well.
No, it does happen sometimes, so fingers crossed. The lady did inform them pretty much straight away. So.
Yeah, and I guess if there's been like indicators on the account, because they can like flag things on there, and if it's happened before on that account,
exactly, yeah.
Then they have indicators on there, and they have to go for a certain channel and things. Like sometimes people would come through with those fraud indicators, and you'd have to like say, sorry, we can't speak to you on the phone. You have to go to the bank or something. So they might have like indicators and notes to say this money's been taken back from this account before. So that will obviously help it again. And
it'll all be for the same reasons.
Yeah. So they have loads of notes on the account and like a fraud indicator or whatever, and so they're probably not allowed to ring. If this happened quite a few times, the bank probably won't even speak to them on the phone because it's too risky to do it online or over the phone. So they would say go to branch.
Right.
So yeah, I just wanted to add that. I don't know if it's relevant, but
no, it's really helpful to understand the process and all that. So I do appreciate that. But it's always worth a try, isn't it? If there's even a 1% chance you can get that money back and get it sorted, it is always worth trying to action it and having a go. So yeah.
So I should imagine though, if she doesn't get her money back, that would still be flagged though that action was brought. So if it happened again, for instance, they'd see. Past.
I suppose it depends on their bank's process. Depends if the processor that's doing it would put it on there or something. Because I'm not actually sure the technical side. I used to deal with the forefront of it and like log it and send it off to the team. But it depends if they want to log it or the person puts it on the notes or whatever, or the ad indicator. But obviously, if it's been there before, then they probably will. But it depends on the bank, really.
Well, at the moment, she said it is with the bank's fraud department. So.
Yeah.
And I know others have as well, so there should be flags on there already.
Hopefully, yeah. Fingers crossed for her, bless her.
It's just been going on so long.
Yeah, I've watched them for ages. So just out of interest, you don't have to say it, how much did the lady send?
£80.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And they were claiming it for a tyre?
Yeah. Which they then, when she asked for it back, they said, nope, we've already bought the tyre. Even though they're now claiming it's booked into the garage Thursday for it to be sorted out.
They're never consistent with their lies. They said they purchased it, and this is at 10:30 at night. So that's pretty obvious that didn't happen. And then they've gone on live today to say the tyre's being being bought on Thursday. But remember, the tyre was supposed to be because they broke down in Plymouth and they couldn't travel back home to Bodmin. So they're not buying the tyre till Thursday, but they're now back home in Bodmin. How did they get home then? It's gone quiet.
That's because I've got my mouth full. Full.
I feel like that's quite cheap for a tyre. Like mine's like for medium range. I've only got Ford Fiesta. Mine's like 130, 20 for like a good medium range tyre. So I don't know, but it probably. But knowing them, probably lying anyway. But yeah, just thought I'd point that out. But I don't know if it's.
No,
Gareth is
I
on
don't
live
know.
now.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always, he'll be there and he'll be having a moan. But Wendy will be watching on her other device, won't you, Wendy? So it's what they do. But hey ho, the whole point is, though, that's why I advertised the fact I was doing the live, not just to let people know I was here, but because I want them to see, I want them to know that it's catching up with them. When I did say that, you know, I'm not going to stop until I have stopped the scamming, they seem to think I said I'd chase him off the app. I never said that.
No.
But I will put a stop to the scamming, and I won't give up until I do. And it's catching up with you guys, so
It sure
enjoy it while
is.
it lasts.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anybody else that wants to pop in the box and have their say at all, or have anything to add? I mean, it wasn't going to be a really long live. It was mainly just to let the lovely Sammy in the box and have her chance to explain, because she wasn't very happy at all. Bless her.
Oh yeah,
she was really
surprised.
upset. Didn't mean to request what's happening. That's all right, Margot. You carry on. Jane, you don't have to behave. You're more than welcome to come in the box and have your say. That's what it's all about.
Jen's been sat there quiet.
Yeah, Jen, you got something to say? Jen likes to just sit in the box quiet.
I do.
Come
I
on, Jen,
spy
what's the
with
point
my
of that? You
little
gotta say
eye
something.
something beginning with S.
Scammer!
Hey, yeah, got it.
Ooh, I spy my little eye, something beginning with C.
I don't think I can say that word on here.
No, not that one. Oh, nobody can get that one.
Someone just also said in the comments. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
That's all right. No, yeah, carry on, go.
A while back about how they can freeze or close their bank. So if there is like a consistent amount of fraud cases or against them, then they can just close the bank or freeze it and investigate it. So hopefully that happens.
Oh yeah,
But then,
most
but
definitely.
then, if she could contest it and say that she gets her child benefit on things paid into it. So then it makes it a little bit tricky. So maybe not.
They
down to
have
the
up
bank,
until this
really.
point. The majority of it has been done via PayPal, but each of their PayPal accounts that they keep using are one by one being frozen. So they're not having much choice at the minute, but to give out their bank details. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well.
She said on live her account is not frozen anymore and it's all sorted and she's in the clear. Yeah, all right. We'll see how long that lasts.
Right, the best advice I could give is see anybody that is scammed, still log it with the bank. If it was a vulnerable person, I would have tell you how to get the money back because I worked in care. Do you know what I mean? So I had to deal with it several times because when they're vulnerable, they'll just give money to MD. Do you know what I mean? But it's more tricky when they're not vulnerable because what they're going to say is you knew the risk. It's sad.
Yep.
Do you know what I would do with?
What's that? What would you give her?
Well, I can't actually say on here, but let's just say I would borrow a bigger car because I've got my boots too wee.
Get on, Jane.
And my tyre is £75 for a mid-range, and I've only got a Polo. So what kind of tyres are they buying?
Well, this is it.
Because we couldn't
This
get the
is it.
best tyre
Yeah,
this time
that's-
because the garage didn't have it and my car needed a tyre there and then. And we'd go mid-range because we always go with the best with the tyres. And it was £75 for a mid-range for a Polo. And Polo's tyres are tiny.
That's what I mean. That's what I was saying. I reckon it's more expensive. I just can't imagine it. Wait, did you say it was a Cougar?
Yeah, a Ford Cougar.
Is it a new Cougar?
It's on finance, so I imagine it's not a really old one.
How have they managed to get finance with their credit score? I bet it's...
Oh, they've tried to remove it off them so many times for lack of payments. It's the only thing they've managed to keep hold of. Bailiffs have
I've
been
always
around for all
wondered
sorts
that
of
because
things.
they're always saying their credit's crap, which I can imagine is, especially with
Oh,
what
yeah.
Jared is. So I've always wondered how on earth they got a car on finance.
I'll
Unless
have done
it's
it
not in
when-
his name on finance.
No, they
Yeah.
went through one of the companies that'll get tempted because there's companies that deal with people and benefits and things, right? Reputable companies will not deal with people and benefits unless they can prove they can afford it.
Yeah, well, maybe they took it out in somebody else's name.
I think they went through one
Mums or
of
something
the,
like that.
Yeah, that does
No.
happen. My friend did it.
I can't
Yeah.
remember the name of the company because I was offered a car finance a couple of weeks ago and I've never even applied for it and I'm like, what are you talking about? But apparently they're just sending these out to everybody. So
See, the thing is, Jareth used to work, before he was with Wendy, he used to work, and he was working at Tesco for years. So the chances are he probably got it on finance then, when he was working. You know,
Yeah,
don't
that's-
get me
yeah.
wrong, Jareth is a knob. But he was never this bad before he met Wendy.
stop being
Sorry,
kind.
what?
Stop being
wow.
kind. He's worse than that.
Yeah, but he's become a lot worse because of Wendy. I mean, the amount of people that have jumped in the boxes saying they knew him before he was with Wendy and when he worked at Tesco, and they cannot believe the change in him since he's been with her.
But
They
do
just
you know
cannot
what
get
it
over
is
it.
with her? She's very controlling. She's very manipulative, right?
Oh,
And
God, yes.
I think she basically tells him what to do. Now, I'm sorry. I'm quite a strong character, but see if I was able to bully my man, I'd be like, you're not the man for me, son, because I shouldn't be allowed to walk or you. Do you know what I mean? And I think she picks on vulnerable men as well because it's quite obvious that he's got something not quite working. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
She
don't
did the
really-
same thing to her ex, James. James did an awareness live. Well, a friend of his did, to try and clear his name because he was getting a lot of hassle being linked to Wendy because they've got a child together. And the story he told us about the way he was treated by Wendy is horrendous. He never had access to any money and things like that. And so one thing that Jareth has actually admitted in the live when she was trying to throw him out, that he's got no access to his own bank account. Wendy has it. He can't get access to it.
Right, can you honestly tell me that any normal man would allow anybody to control them? I wouldn't allow a man to control me and I wouldn't try and control a man.
There are many, many men that are controlled by women.
Oh, I
Just the
get
same
it.
as there's women controlled by men. They're
Oh, I
called
get it.
narcissists.
I know, I get it, and do you know what? I feel for them, but that's what I'm saying. You can tell there's something with him. She's controlling him. And see, one of these days she's going to do it to the wrong man.
The sad thing is, and the one thing where I do actually feel sorry for Jareth, and yes, you might all want to swear at me, but I do feel sorry for Jareth for the fact of he does genuinely love the bones of that woman. He absolutely
Exactly, and that's
adores
how
her.
she does it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is how
All
she
she
does it.
wants
You can
him-
see it.
Yeah, she wants him for what she can get from him, his money, his backup while she does her gambling and backing her up and sticking up for her on these lives. But the second he does one thing that upsets her, she is straight on here. Oh, the domestic violence, the controlling, he does this, he does that. And she bloody slags that man to the hilt and tells lies about him. And yet he will then sit there on live an hour later saying how he's fucked up and how bad he feels. He's done that wrong half the time. It's just because he's disagreed with her on something. And I do feel for him for that. She controls him so much that she's turned him into the asshole he is.
Do you know what?
I'm going
to get help for it because I do kind of feel sorry for him, but I also think that there's only so much you can allow somebody to do, right? And I think he needs to
definitely.
walk away.
I'm not saying it's just the same, but have you watched that documentary on Channel 4 years ago? It's on Netflix now, but about this man that was abused by his wife for like 20 years.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, and so it does happen to men as well. It really does happen.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it does.
And by the way, I feel worse for men that it happens to than a day. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean because
It's
they're
equal.
no
It's equal. It's equal.
aye, but they're not believed and they can't speak out, and that's what I mean. I don't mean I feel worse as in for the situation. I know
what you mean. It makes them feel more degraded because they should be, in the eyes of the public, the stronger sex. I know where you're coming from.
They can't win. They're supposed to be the stronger sex, but then you can't push a woman around because then you're an abuser.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that it's any worse when a woman does it to a man or a man does it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying men find it harder to speak out. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't.
Yeah.
Don't
get me wrong. He's no angel. He's really not.
No.
I mean, the threats that man has said towards me, towards Ruthie and other people in the past are absolutely disgusting. The things he said he will physically do, if I get hold of them, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's not on. It's disgusting.
I asked him to threaten me and he ended his life.
Yeah. It is all threats. He would never follow through. It doesn't frighten me in the slightest because it is all threats. But
he's
it's
very
still
ignorant.
Oh, he is, yeah, and he thinks he knows everything.
I was watching a live once. They were driving somewhere. This a few months ago, and he was saying, "Oh, I don't get trans people. They're just you can't something about how they're just ill or something, and you can't change, blah 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 blah, and just ignorance about and so much transphobia."
But he's not intelligent. That's what the problem is. He's not intelligent. And do you know what I do feel sorry for? I think she tells him what to say. So see when he's making threats to you, I think she tells him what to say.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
Because
there's plenty of videos.
Well, see when I jumped up in the box and Ruthie's and I says, "Come on, threaten me, Jareth, come on, bury it." And he's like that. Next thing you know, live ended.
Yeah.
And
I've got to admit though, you do make me chuckle when you go off on one because you've got such a sweet little voice. And then that accent, and you go nuts. It sounds very strange coming out of your mouth. I do love it.
That day, Murphy's, but I was dead nice. I was just like, "Yeah, come on, Jareth, come on, have a conversation with me." And it obviously he's heard me going off him one, and he's like, "Nah, you're all right, hen. You stay there, I'll stay here." Because by the way, I can go off him one, and see when I get off him one, people know that I'm not happy. Ask the cleaner.
The thing is that they got to remember is they can't moan when people talk about it because they put their whole life on TikTok, so people are going to say stuff. Same with all these big creators and things.
That is it, exactly. Do you know what? I've had comments on some of my videos that say to me, "Why don't you show your face? You scared?" No, I choose not to. Just because there is literally nothing of my personal life or my personal details on my TikTok, on my Facebook, because I choose not to have that life. But if they want to air all of their dirty laundry on live every single day, they have to expect it to be recorded, to be posted, and to be watched by people. If you're going to put it out there for the public, you've got to take it.
You do realise that now she's hoping to get to 10k so she can earn money on her lives. So the more drama brings more people. So to her, she's hoping to get to her 10,000.
God, does she have no shame? Like,
no.
Let's just say hypothetically, one day she sorts this out and gets a job or something, and they search her name, and all they're going to see is this, and this, or not even a job, just anything that's important. They can just search you, and they're going to see all that. Your digital footprint is everywhere, and they're going to be like, "Nope,
Right, what I will say about that is, my family has its own business, right? And see if they came to one of us for a job, we'd laugh at them. There is
Well,
no.
Jared's on live now, and people are asking him where's Wendy. So I'll answer those that are listening. She's probably in here watching us.
Wendy, why don't you jump in the box and have a conversation with me, sweetheart? It'll be nice.
She never will.
Well, she got in
No,
Billy's
she
box
won't.
that time. That was really good.
Because she
one
can't block
time-
the haters. She won't come in here.
The one time they agreed to it was when the lovely Billy Rent-A-Gob did one of that. Well, he said they can have their say, which is fair. He popped them in the box to have their say, but they were fully thinking he was backing them all the way. And bless him, he turned them inside out. Everything they
amazing.
said, he showed the evidence. 99% from my page, God bless him, but that's why it's there. Which turned their lies inside out, and both of them stropped off. Wendy went
Yeah.
first, and then Jareth went off, and it was really, really funny. But I think they've learned their lesson. They will never get back in the box with anyone again.
Well,
Say what, you're like the FBI. You should be like an investigator or something. Like a private investigator.
see if
I
it
mean,
was
like I
me.
say, I know them personally, and that's the thing. I've got that background with them and the contacts because obviously, as I say, I know the landlord in a personal aspect. Oh yeah, apparently I'm having an affair with him now, which I think's really funny. But crack on, Wendy and Jareth.
Oh,
if you
girls
wanna
and
think
boys.
that.
Women are
And
meant
the
to be
same
friends
goes for
without
me.
being-
I know the landlord on a personal aspect just as long
Yeah,
as the cleaner here has. We both
So
do.
this is why we do it.
This is why we
Yeah.
do this.
So have
And
you
why we
met,
work together.
have you met Wendy and Jareth personally? Like,
Not face to face myself. I don't
No.
know, but no. Have you or not?
I've been no, not face to face. I've been in and out of their property with the landlord, helping him with
Yeah.
things, and obviously I've supported him all the way through with the aspects because he had so many issues with non-paid rent and loads of other problems with him. I mean, they trashed the flat. Excuse me.
Yeah, I've
as
seen the
people can
video,
see with the video. They absolutely trashed it. And obviously, being such a close friend, we're like brother and sister. I always call him like my big brother. Yeah, big brother. My teeth, I swear, they keep trying to come out today. So
And he
obviously
was
when
my
has
lodger
issues-
for quite a while, so that's how I know
Yeah.
him when he was younger.
So we supported him. He'd come, upset, pissed off, or stressed out, and he'd talk it through with us. So I know probably more than anybody else because I've got all the insights and any information or evidence I want from him. He's happily given me because they spent quite a long time after they moved out. That was one of their first excuses when they had to go into temporary accommodation was what a supposed crappy landlord he was, scammer landlord, and he did this and he did that. So he gave me all the information to prove their lies wrong and people kept saying, oh, you're going against the law. You cannot show that personal information. And I'm like, actually, that's not true. They are being defamatory on a live platform and he is entitled to show any evidence to show that's not true. I've got copies of electrical certificates they claimed he never had and all these other things to dispute their lies.
Right,
And
see-
it just shows
see-
credibility.
Right, see if it was me, right, and people were on here and they were calling me this and they were calling me that and it wasn't true, I would be in every box saying it's not true. And here's my evidence, right? That is why they won't get any boxes, because first of all, they know fine well, I'm not going to listen to their rubbish, right? Neither are you, neither's Wendy Unfiltered, and I'm sure that Jake won't either, right? But see the fact that they won't even try and get in the box and defend themselves? That shows you they're full of mince.
But they know we have receipts for everything. Every post we put on, everything we've said, we can prove.
Yeah,
No,
wouldn't go on else.
What I would do is
Exactly.
I would leave the app. I'd be so there's so much evidence. It's be so they have no shame. I would leave the app. I'd be so embarrassed.
Actually,
God, yeah,
that
be
if
yourself.
had done it, but what I'm saying is, if they were innocent and she's in this room and she's saying she's innocent and all that stuff, I would be in the box.
She knows she's not innocent, and they've got no shame. It's how she earns her. It's how she earns her living.
But what kind of life is that, though? What is she
She
teaching
doesn't
her
care.
children? Like what?
Exactly.
What are you? God, that's just so.
She sat on her bum, isn't she? That's the thing. She sat on her bum with an audience in front of her. What a narcissist loves. So it's
But she
for her,
doesn't get
it's the
that many
perfect
viewers,
life.
does she? Really? She gets like 20 viewers, 100 at max. Maybe
I
more,
have
don't know.
seen.
But they're gifting, and
But
that's
I
all
have
she cares
seen
about. And
Jared.
then as for her children, she's used them. She uses them all the time. Oh,
Yeah.
I
no,
have seen
and
Jared and
whatever she
Lacey's.
brings up to get things. She brought it up to get Christmas presents this year.
Yeah.
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 I have
Rather than
seen Jared
protect
and
them
Lacey's. They
and
have no
safeguard
shame.
them from that, she puts it out there for everyone to see, all for the sake of getting money and gifts.
Yeah, but God, look, you know, if I bring the kids up, then I'm in for it. But they bring the kids up themselves. Sorry, Jane, you trying to say?
I've seen Jared and Lacey's. They have no shame, right? Because
No.
see if I did pictures of that leaked to my man, I would come off of TikTok, never mind him, because I'd be affronted for him.
Oh, what, the pictures of him in her knickers?
Yes.
She was the one who put them on there. She leaked it.
Who does? I'm sorry, right? See if I had pictures like that of my man on TikTok or Facebook, I would leave because I would be like, oh my god.
That's why the comment on the screenshot of it was that Wendy did you bad, because it was Wendy that put the photograph on live. She doesn't care.
Is that not against the law for her to do that, but?
He
Well,
doesn't
only
seem
if
to
he
care.
complained, and he's not going to do that, is he? Because she's his bread and butter. You've got to remember that too.
Once she's put it out, it's not against the law for him to share it. Because it's on a public platform.
He's got to be the one to complain about it, and he's not complained.
Right, I'll explain it to you. See, because there's enough covered that you can't see nothing. That's why it's not legal. Right? However, to put that out, he could get hurt down with that.
Yeah, he could, but he never would.
I'm gonna drop down, but thank you for having me in. And
Oh, thank you for your information. It was very insightful.
Oh, no
Sorry,
worries.
I've got my mouth full again.
that's okay. I'll
It was
meet my
nice
dear as well.
talking to you, Jake.
Oh,
Yeah, you
nice
too.
to meet you, pal.
Yeah, take care, everybody. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
I think the only way to get these people off the app, if I'm honest, is to bombard TikTok every time they try and scam people. Keep bombarding them, and they're not making enough money on TikTok that TikTok are going to save their account. It's no CLA, it's no M's, it's no.
TikTok don't care though. TikTok does not care.
She's not making enough. The reason they save the big creators' accounts is because they're making a lot of money. Whereas she goes to her bank, right? So the only way I can see getting all her accounts done is to keep, every time she's on, you know, like to say it, but report it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you there, Margot. He was a very lovely young laddie, bless him. Jared,
Becky Boo, I
take
agree
a few
with
tips.
you. I can just imagine him sat there going, should we go on? What should we bed for tonight? Or what story can we give out tonight? And as for the car tyre, did they actually put a picture up of the car, the actual car with the tyre, or just those two I've seen of a wheel?
Just the two they've seen. Apparently, he did go outside during his life, supposedly to show you, but unfortunately, he's not allowed to have the torch on his phone whilst going live. Well, that's a load of rubbish, because I do it all the time. But it was too dark; you couldn't see it.
Well, that's what I mean. So we've only got their word for it that they had a puncher in the first place, because that picture they could have got anywhere on the internet.
Yeah, and
Because that is the kind of thing they do, isn't it?
It is, but I also have it. I mean, to be fair, you know, they probably have got a puncture, but they've probably also got a spare tyre for it. But I am aware, and I've got it from first hand from a family member, that they were driving Wendy's mum around Plymouth in that car all day yesterday.
Didn't you say that they did a live from their living room this afternoon? Because didn't Sammy say the couch was different?
No, she said the room was different, but they were in their living room, yeah, because it had the strip lights on the ceiling.
Because tonight they're saying they're still at her mum's, and they're travelling back Thursday after they've changed the tyre. I'd like to see a copy of that live, if anybody's got one, by the way. If anybody recorded it this afternoon with Jareth, I'd like to have a copy, if you don't mind.
I haven't got a recording of it, but I watched it earlier. I was literally
Have a
my other
look at
half
the
just commented
room.
on it.
Yeah, to have a
if that
hello,
happened, they
Sammy,
said
you back
no.
again.
Yeah, I've got a brief recording of it. He wasn't talking because I kind of missed that bit. He'd already blocked Sammy by that point. But yes, I do have a brief recording of it, which shows the strip light and all that. Oh, here we go. Wendy's now on there, and she's showing it's booked in at Halford's. Well, good for you, Wendy, but you still managed to get home.
Just goes to show she is watching.
Yeah, of course she is. Of course she is.
Right, but I'm not being funny, right? This might just be me, right, as a responsible car owner, right? First of all, if my tyre's that bad, I'm not moving that car, right? So I am getting green flag, because I can't change the tyre myself, right? I'm getting green flag to put on my spare tyre, right? Because that's what they get paid today, because I pay a fortune for green flag. And then I am taking it to the first garage that I pass and getting a tyre on.
Right,
Is that
Jared is now just putting up proof, Sammy, I've just got to say, supposedly proof, of an email from his bank claiming that it is not a scam and that they are going to be contacting Barclays to unblock it.
What was that?
So,
Sorry, I missed that.
so
I was
they
actually
just-
looking on their live.
They just showed on their live apparently a receipt from Halfords. That's not a receipt from Halfords.
No,
I have an actual one. With
Yeah, I was on
card
about
going to
the
Halfords.
cleaner, what she was just saying about the bank.
Yes, he just showed supposedly an email from the bank that says that they are confirming that all restrictions from the bank have been lifted and that they're going to be contacting Barclays to let them know it is not a scam, supposedly.
Is that from their bank or their PayPal?
From their bank, because it's Virgin Money, because I believe that is
Yeah,
who
but
they bank
it's
with.
Virgin Money,
PayPal,
yeah.
isn't it? Isn't
No,
Virgin
no.
Money PayPal?
No, that's your bank. But,
No, that's
is
a
it?
bank.
but
That is
first
a bank,
of all,
yeah.
There you go. I could do it.
see if it's a screenshot, you can't screenshot in for your bank. See if you get your messages, you can't screenshot them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The only way to do that would be to get another device.
Who is she talking to like that?
What?
About get rid of her? About me? I will literally get in my car and I'll drive down there right now.
I'll
Is this
probably
Wendy?
do-
Yeah.
I've not got the sound on, so I don't know. I'm not sure. They're probably talking about you because they've got the supposed confirmation booking of Halford's up at the minute. So,
Auto glass repair.
They've probably done that if the bank's been on to them to prove that it's not a scam, they bought a tyre.
Right,
Yeah.
but right, you can't screenshot in for your bank, so they would have had to use another device to take a picture of it because I'm with the Bank of Scotland, right? And I cannot even screenshot.
No, they clear if you try and screenshot it, they automatically erase all the information on it.
yeah.
I
This
know,
was
but
an
if
email.
they've got an
apparently.
So if you try and
email, or they
screenshot something in
can
a bank, they
they
will.
can print it out and then screenshot the printout.
Yeah.
They would have to do something because I can't even see if I go into my transactions. I can't even screenshot them. I've got to use my other phone.
Yeah, to take a picture of it.
Because I don't know if it's different with different banks, but it's something to do with anti-fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't screenshot the bank thing, but you can print out. And
So what did I miss? They said that they. What was I going to say? I completely forgot what I was going to say.
So yeah, Veronica, she will be. That is one of her favourite things. She'll come in my live, and anybody that's in here commenting, she will go through and block each and every one of them from the live. So any accounts that you actually use to watch their lives, don't ever use it to comment in here because I'll block you. Keep that as your private and your little secrety one. Because they keep thinking they've blocked me out and they never do. Sorry, guys, carry on.
Did anyone get a screenshot of this apparent email from the bank?
No, I tried.
it's
I
being
couldn't work out how to do it
recorded,
on my other-
so I'll have a
Oh,
look
well, there we go.
later.
Okay,
Fabulous.
I spoke to my bank actually not that long ago this afternoon. They said that because I said, look, what's the status with it? And they said it hasn't even been passed on yet because it's not even been 24 hours.
Well, there you go. So
How could that?
Oh, really?
They've apparently had a turnaround in the last 3 hours.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be that quick.
at 9
be
o'clock
that
at night.
quick.
Remember, you're probably not the only one at the moment. I know one or two others
Yeah,
that were
true.
doing that.
Yeah.
Surely if enough people have put on there her name and stuff, it's going to flag up.
Exactly,
You'd
that's
imagine
what
so.
I think.
Now, I've got a really, really important question to ask Sammy.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your takeaway?
Oh, I did.
Good.
I did, yeah.
That's the most important thing this evening, that you enjoyed the
It's the
takeaway.
first thing I've
with your
eaten
other half.
today.
Oh, bless you.
Exactly, Veronica. I agree.
Feels so good, but yeah, exactly that. I've had stuff from Halfords and booked in for all sorts.
That's not Alfred's email.
No, it's not.
Yeah. It still doesn't prove the point of their main thing was we cannot get home without on this tyre. And you can see it on his live now. Oh, he's just lowered it. You could just see the strip light in the top.
He
They
started
are
to
at
lower
home.
it so you can't see it. The strip lights all around it.
they're
It's all red.
listening. That's because they're listening. Yeah, they are at home. They have travelled home on that temporary tyre, which was apparently why they were so desperate.
Yeah,
that
I
it
saw
found because they
I
couldn't
just
get
saw
home.
the strip light with all the little
There it
lights
is.
at the top. It's still there.
Yep, they're at home.
They're at home.
They are at home. So that in itself is the con. They were claiming they were stranded at Wendy's mum and they would have to be stuck there for a week unless they got this tyre. If that booking for Halfords is true, well, they clearly didn't need it and weren't desperate because they're home and it hasn't been done.
Right,
So
but
it's a con, regardless.
if they were at Wendy's mum's house, right, then surely a family member could help them out with a tyre until they could pay it back. I'll
Oh,
tell you
somebody did
something.
say. Someone
Well, yeah,
said in the live,
if
borrow
they're
money
at their
off your
mum's, can their mum not help?
Someone said that to him, borrow money off your mum. And she went, no, I'm not borrowing money off my mum.
Well,
And it's like, no, but you'll take it off strangers.
I can assure you, if I was up at my mum and dad's and something happened to my car, first of all, it would be paying away for there and it would be fixed. Do you know what I mean? And if
Same as that
yeah.
for my parents.
If I had to go home, my dad would either give me his car, which I'm insured to drive, or he would take me home. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
to be fair, I'm only 25 minutes, half an hour from my mum and dad. But even at that, my dad wouldn't let me drive in a temporary tyre either, unless it was just down to a garage a couple of miles away.
The thing is, Wendy's mum and stepmum are enabling. They enable her her stepmum, our mum's wife, is actually a moderator.
In fact, most of our
Mound.
moderators are family.
Yep. Susan Mound, you'll see her an awful lot in Wendy's lives. That is her stepmum.
No.
And that's who they were with yesterday. So they enable them. They know about the lies. Susan Mound, her stepmum, did a GoFundMe on their behalf, trying to hide it from us when she was put into temporary accommodation, and claimed that she was actually escaping domestic violence. And that was why she needed the money for the GoFundMe. It was a load of rubbish.
Wasn't that for £2,000 or something? GoFundMe.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah,
get
a couple
any
of grand
anyway.
she wanted.
So.
No, we got it shut down because we pulled her out.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah,
And it got shut down. But there's no point asking, get your mum to help you, because they're behind her with the scamming. They help her do it. Exactly, Sammy Armstrong. They help her do
Her
it.
mum's not going to give her money for a tyre that she knows they don't need.
I don't understand it. Right, I'm sorry, I don't understand it. Right, maybe I was just brought up differently, right? But I moved into my house just 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And we started from scratch, right? And do you know something? Not one person gave me a penny apart from my family to help me move into this house.
No.
And I had
It's
to
not
move
easy
in.
to do.
I had to move for health reasons. It wasn't because I wanted a new house and decided I was not going to pay my rent. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that maybe the only way to deal with this is to keep going through TikTok, because if they've got nowhere to show to scam people, they can't get money to their bank, they can't get... I would be affronted even if it was my sister and my mum MD on TikTok begging.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
don't
never.
get
I
me
don't
wrong.
care how poor I would be. I would never catch me begging on TikTok.
Oh, I'm in contact with certain family members of hers who are just as disgusted and inform me of what goes on They don't realise how many people inform me. It makes me laugh because they go, "Oh, she stalks me," and anyone will think they're clean and live with me. I don't do half of the. In fact, I don't think I do any of the recordings of their lives. They get sent to me. The information gets sent to me by reliable sources, and it's people that approach me. I don't have to do very much. I had the flu for 3 weeks, and I was very, very rarely on TikTok, other than to put up what was sent to me. So, it does make me laugh. But no, not everybody in the family supports her. There's quite a few that are absolutely disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. Obviously, I'd never give names. I'm one of them people that, if you come to me with some information and all that, it never gets passed on to anybody else. So even Wendy Unfiltered doesn't even know the people that have come to me. If they've asked to keep quiet, I don't give names.
If I send any to you, you can tell them it's me.
Thank you.
You can say, see the mad Scottish woman that's like, get in the box with me. That's for her.
Yeah. Well, they're listening. Come on. Jane wants to talk to you.
Well, I'd love to have a call, and do you know what? I would be so calm, and I would actually be polite, and I would just ask her to be questions.
See, this is it, and I somehow, and I don't quite know why, I really wind them up. I don't even have to speak. If I'm just sat in someone's box, it really winds them up, especially Wendy. Really winds her up. She does not like me, and I do think it's quite comical. I mean, the very last time, obviously, I did have a video of the live on my page, which they did manage to get banned, which I don't know how, that particular video, but I've still got it. She threw an absolute wobbly, screamed, effed, blinded, stormed out of the house. And all I said to her was, "Well, you
evidence. That's why."
Yeah, I mean, all I said to her was, "Look, love, you stop scamming and I'll stop outing you." I have never once raised my voice. I've never once lost my temper. And I think that's what winds her up the most, because no matter what they say, I always stay very calm. I'll always be the bigger person. And they don't like it.
I do a lot of the investigating, as you know, and I do a lot of the filming because I have many accounts.
Oh, she does.
So I do a lot of that. So I do a lot of that kind of legwork. But I'm not worried about upsetting them. I did get a violation for one of my posts on her last week, but I appealed it and it's back up. So every time she does that, I always get it, appeal it, and I always get it put back up. And as you can see by my profile picture, each one of my accounts on here, because I have 3 Wendy Unfiltered, because I backed them all up, I've got a different picture of Wendy on there. Now, there's a reason for that, because when people in her lives are offering to gift, I message them, they see the picture, and they think it's Wendy. So
they accept the message.
They will accept the message. And once they read it and look at my account, I get an awful lot not gifting her in the end, or claiming it back if they already have. So that's why you'll notice I also pick the most unflattering ones, but then they're from her life, so they are of her.
And they are from when her filter has slipped.
And they're from when her filter slipped,
Hence the reason of the name Wendy Unfiltered, because that's proper photographs of Wendy.
I was wondering why I wasn't following that account, because I follow Wendy Unfiltered, and I'm like, has she blocked me or something?
To me?
It's because you've got more than one.
No, I've got 3 accounts.
Yeah.
And I haven't blocked you, and I obviously don't reply to all the messages straight away. Some of them I don't see for a few days. Depends on which one I'm cruising around.
She didn't say you blocked her. She said she was thinking that she followed you, but she saw your account and wasn't following you, and it's because she's now realising you've got more than one.
Right, okay.
Because I'm like, you wouldn't be the first person to block me, that's all right.
Okay. And the there, I filled her. She had to ask Ruthie who I was.
To be fair, right, it's usually all the wrong ones that block me, because I just go and tell them about themselves. Ask the cleaner. I'm good at it.
Yep. You are very good at it. You are. And you do it in such a lovely, calm, nice way. It's fantastic.
Unless you threaten people in the box and then I shout at Jareth and he runs away like a wee mouse and hides under the bed.
Hello, Joanne.
Hello, lovely. Do you have something to add, or did you click accidentally to join the box? As so many do.
Joanne.
No?
I bet
Maybe
you
that was...
requested the box and went away for a pee or something.
Right, I will disconnect you, just in case it was a mistake, and if you do still want to talk, then request again, and we'll see how we go. But, yeah, I mean, me and Wendy Unfiltered, we do make a really good team. We've both got our little aspects that we do. When we come together, you know, it does keep us on top of everything. It's very rare we miss anything. She does a lot of research her end. I get a lot of research sent to me. Generally, I put the videos together because I'm a little bit quicker and a bit more savvy with the editing apps, and I do quite enjoy it.
I do put some together, especially when you're poorly, but I'm not quite as good at it as you.
You have started to, and you're getting pretty good.
I'm getting better, I got to admit.
But yeah, we make a very good team, and oh, bless you, Kay, thank you. We do
Thank
our
you, Kay.
best. We do our best.
Yeah, you do. I couldn't thank you enough.
And what
bless
keeps us
you.
going are the ones we do help, the ones we do manage to stop them from, you know, parting with their money.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah,
just
I've made
that,
some
but
good
it's
friends.
also about reporting, and getting Wendy stopped.
Yeah, yeah. The more we can spread the word, the more people see this out there, the less people will unfortunately end up like you, Sammy, and haven't seen it, which is why we try and push it out as much as we possibly can.
Luckily, I've got a friend on here who, local to me, who's got about 400,000 followers. So she's going to put something together for me and post that for me.
Brilliant.
Well done.
So then that's obviously
Good on
going to
you.
reach a wider audience.
Yeah, yeah. The more it can be shared out. This is why I always say that with all of my videos, you know, I always leave the downloads on so people can download it to their device and they can upload it on their main page rather than it just being shared, so that it is seen easier by people. So anybody is more than welcome to help themselves to any of my content, because the more people that get it out there, the better.
Well,
download it,
when I
share
spoke
it, spread
to,
it.
The police, they said that they're going to be looking at her TikToks. I gave them all like the accounts.
Yep. Yeah, and DWP have said the same thing with me.
And
They've got
Action
all
Fraud,
of the
and
info.
they all said, right, what's
Yeah.
her, what's this account, what's that account, and
Yep. They wanted all the information, DWP as well. They've got all of that. They were also informed that they changed their usernames as often as possible, which is usually, I think it's once a week, isn't it? For one of the names that you can update it and change it as to try and hide from us. Never works. We always know where they are. They're not very savvy. They give so much away that it's quite easy to find out what accounts they're on and all their fake ones, and the times Wendy's tried commenting on videos as somebody else and then she just loses the plot and outs herself. Really funny.
Yeah,
She gets so frustrated.
My other half is in his live. I think he's really like not happy about that.
Trust me,
I bet it's
Rachel,
not.
that's bullshit, because we know they are.
Oh, they're very interested. She's going to say that. And
Yeah.
to be fair, DWP are not going to turn
They're not
around
going to tell you they're interested, are they?
No.
Exactly.
Not while they're
Exactly.
investigating. They'll soon find out when they're done.
Of course.
To be honest, I didn't have to say a whole lot. When I said to him, you know, that there's someone who's getting so many things bought off wish lists and GoFundMe's and things like that, and he went, "Is this social media by any chance?"
Yeah, they must be
right,
fed
give
up
me
with
all the
it now.
details. That was all he wanted. As soon as he knew it was social media, he was like, right, give me all the details. What are the usernames? Are there any others? He said, do you know an address, a telephone number? I've
Do you know
got
what?
them all,
I'm
love.
going to do another phone call, actually. I'll do that tomorrow as well. Add that to my list of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
See,
I've
the
got
thing
all
is-
the information. I've got
Yeah,
all of it.
if you have like her actual like contact details or where she lives, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
Because I only have a
Oh,
rough
I
idea of
know.
where she lives.
What people
it makes me
don't
laugh.
understand.
They give it away. I had somebody inbox me saying, because he was winding them up briefly when they were trying to get money for the GoFundMe for the dog's ashes. He inboxed me saying that he'd messaged them, saying, I'm going to contact the vets and pay your entire bill. He said, I ain't going to give him nothing. I just want to wind him up. And then he messaged me and he went, oh, she's just inboxed me with her phone number. Here you go. And it's like,
What an idiot.
seriously?
Right, what
you
people
know.
don't understand is, right, you can go into TikTok and you can go into lives and get gifts, right? See, as soon as you withdraw that money, You have
Yeah.
to declare it.
You have to declare it.
So if you're
Lorraine's
gifting back,
sorry, just to interrupt. Lorraine's, we're talking about Wendy Williams, sweetheart, and Jareth Harrison. Sorry, Jane, continue.
She's also got a neighbour where she moved into at Bodmin that gave us her full address. And it's been
That wasn't
checked.
Bournemouth, that was
me,
Falmouth.
so I can add it to my
Is it Falmouth?
That was Falmouth. Yes, it was Falmouth when we were given all that.
We do know the current one as well, but I'm not disclosing how we know that.
Well, I can tell you how we know that. We know that because someone put it in their blooming live with a photograph of their car.
That's not the only one, though, is it?
That's not the only one, but I've had it
that's how we
confirmed
first
since then.
realised, yeah.
Yeah, but I've had that confirmed as their address, yes. And
Exactly, yeah.
And this is what it means. They call me a stalker, or they got all the information, they're stalking me. I'm so not. It's people inboxing me with the info, love. I don't have to stalk you.
Full name, address, their bank details they put on there, their PayPal details they put on there, their date of birth is on their Facebook account. So everything you want to know, you can find if you look for it.
if I'm going to stalk somebody, they've got to be nice looking, sorry, but true. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to stalk anybody, by the way, before anybody phones police. But see, as long as you're gifting every penny you get back after a SAP, there's nothing the DWP can do, right?
Yep.
Because you're not withdrawing it, because therefore it's no cash. But she's withdrawing it, which means that she's going to declare it. And see this, you've got to earn a certain amount. No, you don't, you've got to declare every penny.
No, Natalie, they're at home
Yeah,
now.
you have to declare.
They are at home now. They'll say they're at their mum's, and they've been claiming in the live they're at their mum's. He is live now. I don't know if anybody is watching, but you can actually see their little strip lights at the top of their living room. They're at home. That's not the
You
mother's.
can see it right now if you look on his live.
Sorry,
they are at
girls.
home.
I'm just going to
That's
say
right.
I'm just going to go because I'm going to watch some programmes this evening.
my
But
lovely.
yeah, next time I
Thanks
catch
again
you
for
on, or
popping
let
back
me
in.
know when you're coming back on, I will pop back in.
Okay.
Hopefully
Inbox
you
me
get your
later,
money back.
and I will give you any information you need. I don't normally
perfect,
give out
thank
those
you.
personal bits. I wouldn't normally do it, and I've never given it to anyone before. I am only doing it with you because you are passing it on to the police. So I don't mind helping you.
Yeah,
with that.
absolutely.
That's
I'm only
absolutely
passing it
fine.
on to the right authorities.
As long as it's only passed on to the authorities and you don't give it out to anybody else, because I will not be accused of doing that sort
No,
of thing.
absolutely not. No.